What's our status?
Perimeter security's down, but plenty of your flying friends about.
Fucking hell.
Dalton, no time to waste.
Yes, ma'am. I'm in. Any idea what we're up against, Bagley?
If you haven't brushed off, I might. Ever consider leaving these security threats to the authorities?
That's rich, Bagley. The government would sooner arrest us for trying to help than actually do something useful.
We'll have to sort this one on our own.
Carefully, Dalton.
Bagley, are you detecting a little worry in Sabine's voice?
Brilliant. Asking the computer about feelings. This explains so much.
Shut it, you two, and get to work.
There she is.
Their profiles are heavily encrypted. No identifying information.
Ghosts in the system. That hurt you more than it hurt me.
Do us a favor and keep it quiet, Dalton.
If they don't shoot me, I won't shoot them. How's that?
Something over there?
They've got loads of DedSec gear down here. Now why do you suppose that is?
What? How did they get... hands on it?
I don't know. But someone wants to make it look like DedSec was here.
Shit. You need to proceed with extreme caution, Dalton.
Who are these men in black anyway?
Nothing identifying. I suspect that's by design.
Oh, fuck me. The entire place is rigged to blow.
Jesus, those canisters. Bagley, is that...
RDX nitrogen. Enough to level Parliament.
Can you locate a detonator, Bagley?
Not exactly, but there's a device streaming a fuckload of encrypted data from the floor above you.
Yeah, that fits the bill. On my way. Staged DedSec propaganda all around the bombs. These pricks are going to blow up Parliament and hang it on us.
Not if you get to that detonator first.
In the House of Commons. Whoever these men in black are, they've got brass bollocks to set up in the centre of government.
found the detonator. And it's definitely live. Bagley, I'm gonna need some help with this.
Yes, you are, but sadly, I'm locked out.
Fuck. Well, we don't have a chance without Bagley.
Wait, I might know a workaround. We trained in manual overrides at MI5.
You're full of surprises. Be quick about it.
All right, Bagley, do your thing.
I'm in. And the bombs have just armed themselves. Well, that may complicate matters.
Fuck's sake. Can you defuse them or not?
Of course I can, but I might also trip another failsafe and vaporize you, so fair warning.
Expect this to draw some attention your way, Dalton.
Oh, I'm counting on it.
Company at our back door.
Dalton, we've got some heat here at HQ.
How long's this gonna take, Bagley?
Depends how often you interrupt me with questions.
All right, everyone. Faces on, guns out. It's about to get real.
Fuck.
They're on me. I'll try and hold them off.
You're around here somewhere. Keep looking. Couldn't have gone far.
Bagley, update.
Let's just say I'm both impressed and annoyed by how sophisticated this anti-tamper security is. Still working.
Bagley, tell me you're close.
I'm through security, now wading through terabytes of decoy code looking for the detonation sequence.
Fuck this! I'm getting my gun! Intruder! Being shot out here!
Problem, Dalton. I need your physical appendages now.
What's wrong?
There are 3 slots on the left. One of them is the receiver. You need to pull the controller wire.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm fucking not. Pull the wire.
If this gets me blown up...
Bombs defused. See? That wasn't so bad, was it?
Bagley, you bastard. You nearly gave me a bloody heart attack then. Whoa. What the fuck am I looking at?
It appears Parliament is not the only target. More bombs are going live as we speak.
On screen, Bagley.
Now we need to get the word out. Those sites need to be evacuated.
They're spread out all over London. There isn't any time.
But my sister's at the Tone Conference. We have to do something.
I picked up a transmitter on the route that is sending out a signal to the other bomb sites. If you can reach it...
I can shut it all down. Sabine!
Fuck! Dalton, we're breached! Go! The roof!
Sabine, what's going on?
We're being raided. It's a bloodbath. Her protocol is to wipe everything, including Bagley.
I need him for the transmitter.
I know, but if they get him, they get everything. Names, ops, locations.
Okay, I'll do it the old-fashioned way. Wipe him.
Yes, wipe me.
Do it, Sabine, and get the hell out of there.
Fuck. Okay, Bagley's down. You're on your own. Dalton, if this goes...
It won't. I'll see you at the rally point. I promise.
Good luck.
They went that way. Find them. Is it weapon jammed?
Well done, Dalton Wolf. I'm impressed.
The fuck are you?
Oh, you still think you're here to save London? I'm afraid that's not going to happen. You're here to help us with some important work.
Important work? Killing thousands of...
Exactly. To save the world. You do know Londoners have died before, hmm? The Plague, the Great Fire, the Blitz. It's not much fun. But destruction is always the cure. And it begins today. Zero Day. It's time for a hard reset.
Oh my god.
A series of explosions devastated 3 sites in London. Authorities are asking residents to remain in their homes as the situation continues to develop. We have received no official casualty total, but it is expected.
Mourners gathered for a series of candlelight vigils that brought closure to thousands of families and indeed to an entire city. London is now laser
at 10 Downing Street, where Nigel Cass, CEO of private military company Albion, received a mandate to secure London. Cass has vowed to hunt down DedSec, the terrorist response force. Albion used cutting-edge artificial intelligence systems and autonomous drones to capture the remaining members of DedSec. A stark warning to would-be insurgents.
Corporations are posting record profits due to increased efficiencies in production and distribution, enabled by the use of technologies initially developed and approved for security purposes.
Cleanup as crime numbers take a dive. Illegal gambling, drug trafficking and prostitution all down following prosecutions of the leaders of 4 of London's 5 largest criminal syndicates. The streets of Camden and Brixton.
Londoners, as Albion's mandate is extended indefinitely by the government, life finally begins to return to normal. Curfews and travel restrictions have been lifted in all boroughs, thanks to the deployment.
News outlets, reports of rioting in Trafalgar Square have been greatly exaggerated, possibly by foreign meddlers pushing a false narrative through social media. Albion is in complete control of a few...
Reprimand the public about the circulation of fake news, conspiracy theories persisting in dark corners of the internet that terrorist group DedSec were framed for the bombings have been roundly rejected. Our own reporters could not find a single Londoner willing to expound those theories on camera. The facts simply any other story.
I need to assemble a team, but I can't reboot DedSec alone. Let me break into London CTOS and see who's available.
Claire Waters, and we've been discussing the hacktivist, now alleged terrorist group, DedSec, on this week's Buccaneer Radio. I have Colin calling in. Colin, what's your take?
Now, I've been saying from the start we should have rounded up DedSec and thrown them in jail. Now, I'll say they should all be lined up and shot.
You don't find it awfully convenient that they've been fingered as the attackers, but we've seen no proof?
Look at Tone! Look at our city! What more proof do you need?
Well, Colin, I'd say you have to look at their history of non-violent action. Albion's put more civilians in the hospital in the past few months than DedSec ever has. I smell a scapegoat. Now I have Emily calling in. Emily, what's your take?
You're absolutely right, Claire. The government's just framing DedSec because they want to make it seem like they have this under control. They probably have no clue who was behind the bombings. But that doesn't look good on the news, does it? DedSec's been a thorn in their side. Who better to pin it on?
Angie, I have you next. What do you make of all this?
I think if anything, DedSec showed their true colours. It's terrifying to think we harboured such a dangerous element for years. Terrorists in our own backyard.
Do you find DedSec more frightening than the different gangs in London, like Clan Kelly?
Clan Kelly might set your shop on fire and maybe they'd kill you, but even they wouldn't try to blow up all of Parliament.
Next I have Crypto King. Do you feel safer using a pseudonym?
Everyone should. Why make it easier for them to track you? And now we've seen what they're capable of and how far they're willing to go.
Hold on. Do you mean the government? Are you suggesting the government was responsible for the bombings?
Oh, trust me, Claire. They didn't do it alone. They're all in on it. The government, Albion, Sirs, Bloom, Sky Bloody Larson, and all the way up to Downing Street. They want to keep us scared. Harness us with mind control. So every last...
Shit. Situation is worse than I thought. But there's a candidate. Looks like you're DedSec's best hope. Glad to see you're alive. If you're still committed to the cause, DedSec needs you. I'll send you the coordinates to our last safe house. Meet me there.
Fine.
Still ain't fixed that.
I've downloaded a patch to your optics so you can access our security system. It's set up so that I can't just let someone who isn't DedSec in. You'll have to do the manual override.
Secret passages and hidden bases. Oh, I fucking missed this shy.
One of Sabine's, are you? I'll see you downstairs later then.
Open sesame. Anyone around? Guess not. Let's find the power then.
From the Buccaneer, this is the Bug. Hello, Resistors, it's Bug time. Are you all sitting comfortably? No? Good. That's as it should be. This is the Bug. I'm Andy, and joining me to analyse the latest blowflies to emerge from the corpse of a once free Britain, it's Alice.
Hello, Andy.
And today, we're going to talk to you about Albion, your friends and mine. Alice, the government has extended Albion's contract and have also boasted that violent crime has plummeted to a record low. Now, extending Albion's contract, to me, that's like having a pet dog, let's call it Nigel for the sake of argument, that attacks you every single day and thinking to yourself, wouldn't it be nice if Nigel had puppies?
That contract has been extended so many times, it's like the neck of a politician that's criticised the government.
I'm not sure entirely how those contract extension negotiations went, probably like a footballer. In the old days, I assume Albion's agent was leaking stories to the press about how our favourite private militia was being tapped up by Barcelona or Bayern Munich. The government panics and thinks, well, we better get them signed up before it's too late. But still, violent crime, a record low, although I imagine that probably depends exactly how you count it. If you include violent crime...
Coming up in today's episode of The Upload, we're talking about how Bagley managed to conquer London. Pretty much my favourite topic. I could talk for hours about the rise of the AI system. It's easy to forget about its origins. It's so present everywhere we go now. Bagley just kind of blends into the background.
Bagley is the service AI that's present in every
Coming up today on The Upload, we're talking about Skye Larson, the enigmatic founder of Broker Tech. Everyone knows her name, but no one knows too much about her. And we only really...
This is London Calling. You're listening to Buccaneer, your pirate podcast source for what they don't want you to know.
No DedSec registration detected. Identify yourself, or I'll seal the exits, hack your optic, and read you every drunken email you ever wrote until you starve.
And you'll have to explain my untimely demise to Sabine.
Sabine's alive? Well, that's one piece of good news. I'm Bagley, DedSec's definitely not stolen, highly advanced AI assistant, and it seems I've been out of commission for a few months. Anyway, why don't you go connect me to the DedSec network so I can become more powerful than you could possibly imagine? I mean, catch up on what I missed. Ah, that's it. I'm reconnected to the network, downloading our database, news archives, and... Oh no. Terrorist group DedSec responsible for deadly bombings in London? Dalton Wolf dead? I leave you people alone for a second and you immediately cock it all up.
That's the shape of it. What I want to know is if it wasn't DedSec who did the bombings, who was it?
There's a gap in my memory after Dalton... Well, let's be honest, after I disarmed the bomb at Parliament. I'm missing information about what happened after I was taken offline. But from what I can infer, an unknown hacker group identified only as Zero Day was involved. I believe this Zero Day staged the attacks and framed DedSec for their dirty work. Come to my terminal. Sabine is requesting a video call. Patching in Sabine Brandt now. I suggest you listen very closely to anything she has to say.
There you are. I'm glad you made it. Bagley. God, it's good to hear your demented little voice. Is your memory intact?
Not even slightly. The last record I have is of our HQ being raided. My only lead is a group known as Zero Day. Ring any bells?
No. But the HQ was attacked by some men in black, the same that were at Parliament. Maybe working together. We didn't stand a chance. They just gunned everyone down.
Christ. How did you make it out?
I managed to escape through the sewers to Camden. A contact smuggled me out of the city, and I've been hiding out in the north since.
Prudent. Your profile is red flagged as a high-priority target in the city's surveillance system. Even a partial recognition here would have you hunted down and shot on sight.
DedSec is about as popular as the plague these days. Look, you know I do anything for you, but fucking hell. Sabine, that's a lot to ask.
Listen, if anyone knows anything about risks, it's me. I lost everything and everyone. But it comes down to this. London is in a death spiral. And if DedSec can't pull it out, trust me, no one can. The city needs a resistance. And it starts with you. What do you say?
Fuck it. This fate's worse than death.
Excellent. New user registered. Welcome to DedSec. Now, it would be irresponsible of us to release you naked and mewling into the wild. You'll find equipment around the safe house that are essential items in your DedSec kit. We have a sophisticated system for hiding your identity from facial recognition tech. It's called a mask. And while we're here, perhaps we can talk about updating your wardrobe. I mean, look at you. Come on.
You've got all these fancy new toys, but it's also important to know the basics. You need to learn how to throw a punch and how to take one. Albion will escalate if you come at them with a gun and shoot you down. We want to avoid collateral damage. In DedSec, we try to use guns only as a last resort.
Have you already met Connie Robinson? She owns the pub and is an old DedSec contact. Not to mention a champion amateur boxer.
Let's start with... basic strikes. Hit me. Don't be shy. You'll want to get in under my block. Find the weak point. Just like that. Yes! Nice one! Quick on your feet now. You want to create distance. You're getting it. Couldn't have done that better myself.
Right. Gear in order? Know enough not to punch yourself in the face or get shot for pulling out a gun too early? Brilliant. I'm working out how we find Zero Day and ruin their day, but I need someone with actual legs to do the legwork. Hope you're ready.
We have some damage control to do if we want to change the perception that we're a bunch of violent thugs. I'll let you be the judge of how best to handle yourself, but remember, you represent DedSec now.
What is going on?
All right, let's do this. What's the plan, boss?
Make no mistake, London is under occupation. Armed mercenaries patrol our streets, allegedly to keep people safe, but really they're keeping the people scared.
Oldest trick of the authoritarian handbook. Make people afraid enough and they police themselves.
So, we have to ignite the will to resist in the people of London by
Auto
showing
drive
them
now
that
enabled.
Albion aren't the solution. They're the problem.
For that, we'll need information. I'm pushing 2 sets of coordinates to your optic.
Cheers, Bagley. I've identified 2 opportunities. 1, we're going to disrupt some Albion propaganda. Remind the people it's not Albion's way or the highway. 2, we need intel about Albion operations if we want to throw a spanner in their plans. You game?
You know I am. Let's light this motherfucker up.
Brilliant. Let's get the people of London on board.
Auto drive now disabled. Auto drive now enabled. Auto drive now enabled. Auto drive now disabled.
You're listening to The Bug.
Nibbling away on the rotting carcass of a once free Britain. Hello, Resistors, this is The Bug, and on today's show, Alice and I will be looking at the big questions, such as, are we less than 2 years away from being able to turn a sausage back into a live pig? Did we actually need polar bears anyway? What do they really do? If I put optic on my dog, can I train it to take itself for a walk and do my shopping on the way home?
Albion have established an operational base in the Royal Court of Justice.
Suppose the tracks that they've taken over the courts. They throw everyone who crosses them in a cage.
Exactly. But it likely means there's information here about how Albion are targeting dissenters, the who and the why. We need that data if we're going to disrupt their operation.
Moving in. Suspect is nearby. Have a look. Understood.
Anyone up? Anyone?
Global British Broadcasting. Britain's first. Everyone down.
What have we got, Bagley?
A list of what Albion consider high-value targets that are threats to the peaceful running of London. See here, a journalist. And this one runs a community shelter. Good God, bar your doors.
What the fuck?
All suspected of sowing rebellion or exhibiting tendencies towards... Albion is systematically arresting people even before they rise up. Joke's on them. This list can actually help us find like-minded allies willing to help us. Well done.
You're listening to the bug.
Nibbling away on the rotting carcass of a wild...
Now, let's disrupt some of Albion's propaganda and give some hope to the people.
Questions such as, are we less than 2 years away from being able to turn a sausage back into a live pig? Did we actually need polar bears anyway? What do they really do? If I put Optic on my dog, can I train it to take itself for a walk and do my shopping on the way home? And is tennis real? But first... It's a question that no one's really addressed of late. London is going to be safer than ever, Alice. SIRS is installing thousands of additional CCTV cameras. It's so nice they're still looking out for us after all these years.
Yeah, it puts a lot of fun into my life now. I get to play this role-play game where I pretend to know my loved ones better than some twat behind a screen in the SIRS headquarters.
I guess we shouldn't complain. SIRS really just stepping into the vacancy left when it became patently obvious that Gov had retired. You think of that. The similarities, omnipresent, omniscient, judgmental, stripping away your finances and freedom, dishing out random punishments, things in a pod. All it needs to do, sir, is ban...
Attention. All activity in association with extremist groups is a punishable offence. Individuals inside...
Look around. It's Albion, fucking Albion everywhere. It's burnt into the skin of the city. This isn't just propaganda. This is a fucking psychological cattle tag.
There's going to be that much less once you're done here. Let's give Camden a break from these eyesores.
I'm on it.
If you hijacked that scissor lift, you could use it to access the rooftop.
Yes, nicely done. That'll get people's attention. Let them know someone is standing up to Albion. Light the spark that they can stand up to.
If nothing else, it'll relieve their eye strain.
What now?
Nibbling away on the rotting carcass of a once free Britain. Hello, Resistors. This is The Bug, and on today's show, Alice...
We're already seeing results from what you've done. That list we found named a journalist in Camden who's been investigating Albion. We reached out, and he's got information that can help us. I think you should meet with him.
Send me the location.
And is tennis real? But first... Actually, I mean, it's a question that no one's really addressed of late. London is going to be safer than ever, Alex. SIRS is installing thousands of additional CCTV cameras. So nice there. Still looking at this after all these years.
Yeah, it puts a lot of fun into my life now. I get to play this role-play game where I pretend to know my loved ones better than some twat behind a screen in the SIRS headquarters.
Are you taking the piss?
Well, there have been some news about DedSec.
You're listening to The Bug. Nibbling away on the rotting carcass of a once free Britain. Hello, Resistors. This is The Bug, and on today's show, Alice and I will be looking at the big questions, such as, are we less than 2 years away from being able to turn a sausage back into a live pig? Did we actually need polar bears anyway? What do they really do? If I put Optic on my dog, can I train it to take itself for a walk and do my shopping on the way home? And is tennis rigged?
Heard you need help. What can I do?
Your recruit's been sticking it to Albion. Can't believe someone else is. Thought I was alone, right? Not doing much, just putting the word out. But you? Taking action, mate.
Yeah, agreed. Tyranny isn't an idea. It's an institution. Boots, paper, plumbing. We tear down Albion, we make room for something better. So what do you have?
Almost got clip finding this. All of Albion's operational data for the entire city. Convoy routes, surveillance targets, assets. It's all there. Thinking you can make good use of that.
Fucking right.
Here's a sample. Albion's closed King's Cross to the public, right? But what people don't know is that they're using it as their logistics centre. Materials, troops, whatever. A lot of it runs through there. You want to give the people a huge boost? Hit that place. Put it out of commission, and you'll severely hamstring Albion's operations here in Camden. Hell, everywhere.
That's the move, then.
Albion's operational plans are just what we needed to really get some traction. We'll have to take a close look at this. Now, how do we take King's Cross offline?
Albion's housed a massive hybrid power generator in there. Output must be immense. You cause a...
This game still has problems. Big problems.
Getting to that generator ain't gonna be easy. They've locked it up tighter since I last saw.
Any ideas?
My news drones are still in here. They should be functional. You can use one of them. Probably have better luck piloting it too, yeah?
I still have the problem of pretty much of like getting to vehicles. I don't know what they did, what patch they did for real, but that whatever they did did not do nothing. I mean, they didn't fix the game.
Well, causing a power surge in a hybrid power generator isn't like making a toasty. We're going to need detailed specifications.
Let's get nosy then. Go check this out.
Cool, looks bloody complicated. Newsy's got a pretty functional camera. Would a picture do you, Bagley?
It would indeed. According to this, there's an override code that'll get us into the generator's system.
Disturbance detected. Beginning investigation.
I got far enough to live up. What's that, man? Jump back on my game.
That's it. Use the code on the generator and I can trigger a power surge.
It should be enough to take King's Cross offline. And the rail system too.
So I basically beat this part already.
Here we go.
Character will say the same thing to everybody.
We got a gold mine of information out of St. Pancras. Albion convoys, informants, gear, you name it. Everything we need to ignite the people of London, like we did in Camden. Derail Albion's operations and give the people a reason to rise up, borough by borough. The more we do that, the more we'll get allies flocking to the cause. We'll show London that DedSec is here for them.
That was off the chain, mate. I knew DedSec weren't the bad guys Albion was saying. Now the rest of Camden will too. Thanks.
Thanks.
Now that you've shown the borough what DedSec is really all about, there are going to be folks wanting to join up. A lot of people have been looking for a way to fight back. In fact, there's one in particular I suspect will contact you very soon. I happen to know they're champing at the bit.
Grand. Appreciate any leads you can send us.
And then you go around the map. basically collecting masses and stuff like that for real. Instead of buying a mass, you collect them because it's from other characters in the game that basically dropped their mask on hide. It was trying to hide their mask and stuff like that. Last time I was playing this game, I basically picked up a whole bunch of like chicks. Like it was no dudes in my
Tough, brave, stupid. Any two of those qualify you to join. Some of us are all three.
I must say, I'm rather looking forward to the experience. Let's go hunt some baddies.
Fantastic.
Well, fuck me, you're still alive. I owe Sabine a tenner. Not only that, but your resistance handiwork just opened up a whole new source of information. So now I spy with my hypothetical eye something interesting at the Ministry of Civic Management.
What is it?
The Signals Intelligence Response Service, or SIRS, or the Earl Grey Gestapo, have developed a surveillance technology called AR Reconstruction. It's the bleeding edge of privacy rights violation, and thus it could be very useful in our attempts to find Zero Day.
What I'm going to do in this game, I'm not going to basically like go around and what's name. It's a lot of damn side missions and they all the freaking same side missions. There's nothing different about the side missions at all. They all the goddamn same side missions. If they want to be hacking something, for real, it's all the same for real. That's pretty much it. That's the ball game of this game. Pretty much. It's going to be hacking. So if you think it's not going to be anything about hacking or anything for real, you don't think it's going to be anything else but hacking. That's pretty much the ball game in this game.
All right, I'm here.
In theory, the AR reconstruction should allow me to use various sources of surveillance data to rebuild past events. Access a data relay, and I can scrape all the metadata for this area.
You try to have a generic mask on, for real, like you have like that, either a Viking helmet or for real, you cannot equip them.
Who's tampered with the security?
That's it. Now, let's take this autocratic wet dream for a test drive.
CTOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
Okay, this is actually getting a bit creepy.
You're right. We definitely need this extremely cool thing I want for investigating Zero Day. Shit! For some reason I can't clone it to our servers. All right, access the network here, and let's see if we can't find out where to nick one.
Okay. Bugs.
Located the CTOS hub.
Got major bugs in this.
Aha! The SIRS has deployed this technology at their HQ, and I've just nabbed their manual on how to set up the system. Now, Scarpa, you can't steal their toy if they throw you in the gulag.
So, Bagley, how do we get our hands on this AR reconstruction tech?
The program is hosted on a server that's on the roof of SIRS HQ. All you have to do is grab the whole thing, then take it to a few high-density locations so I can recalibrate it to the DedSec network and clone my own version.
What, take the physical server off the roof? How exactly do you expect me to manage that?
We need to find someone with access to a cargo or construction drone that can fly it off of there. Perfect opportunity to recruit a heavy lifter to the cause, I'd say.
All right, so where do I find this heavy lifter?
Well, let's put our thinking caps on, shall we? Now, who in London would have access to a construction drone? Could it be a construction worker?
Obviously. Thank you, Bellend.
Not so hard, was it? There's an active construction yard nearby. I dare say you'll probably be able to find a construction worker to recruit there. Here's the coordinates.
Crime in the hopes of gaining free room and board. Join GBB as we look into the last resort of elder care. Prison.
Doesn't matter what construction work you get, you got.
They look promising.
You look like the sort who might want to take back their city.
Fuck me. DedSec. All right, maybe you could help. Got myself in a bit of trouble.
Perhaps. What's the situation?
Fucking Clan Kelly. Got into debt with them trying to cover some medical bills, right? Now they're forcing me to work for them to pay them off. Only they keep adding to the debt. Help me clear it off or I'm trapped forever.
All right. We'll see what we can do.
Clan Kelly will bleed our new friend dry if we don't do something. This particular construction site is a money laundering front for Kelly chapter out of Camden Market. Any record of the debt would be stored there.
Okay.
Oh yeah, every time you get in the car, your music turns up. That ain't gonna be a problem with your basic videos, videos on YouTube and stuff like that. It's a problem with me. Copyright is a problem.
Looks like these Kelly vermin have built themselves a nice little nest. Quite the operation.
You're looking for a terminal or some kind of device that Clan Kelly would have stored the debt records on. Don't have the right tool for the job? You can exchange your gadget for a different one.
Yeah, I got a taser. And the characters that you run around with mostly have tasers. Mostly. Most of
Better suited to the situation.
Tasers. Tasers will help you. Most of these damn people that you pick up, they have tasers.
While the drones observing your every move might make you feel like you're living in a city-shaped prison, what's bad news for society is good news for DedSec. You can hack those nosy little buggers and use them to scout ahead.
character with that dumb taser on them, I'm dying with them. I swear to God, I freaking hate characters on this game with tasers. Fighting a powerful damn drone, you're going to die fast as hell. Funny as hell. Fuck.
I'll check it out.
Stand there and take a damn taser. I don't know what kind of tasers these damn things are. I don't know what kind of tasers these is, man. They're some weak tasers, man. One hit with a taser, Chad, you doing like this, like and falling straight down. I don't know what the hell these damn things is, man. Real. You gonna basically try to be vigilant. I know that's what they tried to do, to try to make them seem like, oh, none of these characters basically can don't want to hurt nobody. Come on, man. Don't run around with a damn taser. Especially a taser that's weak as hell.
While the drones observing your every move might make you feel like you're living in a city-shaped prison, what's bad news for society is good news for DedSec. You can hack those nosy little buggers and use them to scout ahead.
One thing I don't like about this game, for real, you got the characters that run around with damn tasers. They got weak-ass tasers that basically don't do nothing to them. Like, it just hits them, and I'm like, when do you ever see a taser do that to a person? Except if a person's on something. That joint is funny as hell just seeing that. It's funny as hell just seeing that.
Right, you can erase all record of that debt, putting our new friend back into the black and, more importantly, out of Clan Kelly's reach.
Abrel?
Transfer complete.
Look around! Keep your guard up! Search complete. Nobody's here.
Good news. Your debt to the Kellys has been wiped, so you're free. Next time, try not to let the gangsters balance your books, hmm?
That's a load off, mate. Knew what I'd heard about you lot was bullshit. Thanks for the hand.
DedSec could always use more people. Interested?
You kidding? Hell yeah.
Nothing do. I don't know what the hell Kirk just looked like. I don't know. Futuristic bullshit. They want you to buy and all this bullshit. Like, why? What is that? What are those damn things? Like, damn suits. Suits look stupid. People probably like it. I ain't one of them people. I wish this damn thing would fast. It was a good idea on paper to basically play with a whole bunch of characters, but next Watch Dogs, if they ever make another Watch Dogs for real, just stick with one character. Just stick with one character. Let basically create a character from scratch or something like that for real. Just leave it at that. Don't give us a whole bunch of characters, generic ass characters, but we gotta do a whole bunch of generic ass missions. Do not do that. No. Just stick with the whole. This thing couldn't even change. Only thing we could do was change their clothes. And I said, you can't change certain things about like Saints Row and all this stuff, which I'm used to that. But I'm like, I'm cool with the whole idea of basically playing with a character, playing with a generic ass character. You know, just walk around with a character, and then when you change their clothes, they change it right back to the same shit they were wearing. Wow, like I did nothing. Waste them, try to make it different. It's the same thing. I don't know what the patch did. I mean, I don't know what they did. Update for all I know is it was an update that said that they did something. I don't know. It's still the same problem. Most of the time, it's like basically trying to get in the car. It's even sometimes it's getting into a car. Your dude will basically get out. He'll basically open the door, step in the car and get out. Step in the car and get out. Like he'll look like he's about to get in there and then stay. I'm basically just holding triangle. It's one time, and you still have that problem getting in there, getting to vehicles. Then when you're trying to get out the damn vehicle, you have to tap the button more than once to get out the vehicle, get out the goddamn vehicle. I had to tap triangle like 4 times for my character to get out the car. 4 fucking times. And not even 4. I wouldn't say tap. Hold the button 4 times for him to get up the damn vehicle. I'm like, yo, what the hell is going on? Some buttons ain't registering in this game for real. And I think they probably fixed the echo, because when you go to a cutscene, it's like the same character talking, but it's like the character says something, and then it's like it just go all to hell for some reason. The character, it was like it'd be the same character talking, but it'd be like saying it like 2 different times. Like he'll say the same thing, but it'd be like be echo to what he's saying. Like basically, like it's something stupid. I think they probably fixed that. We seen the trailer for this game when it came out. I mean, they was talking about the game, the gameplay and everything. I ain't gonna lie, the gameplay look a little bit futuristic. Look a little bit like a different, like a whole different game, a whole different game. But we all know how these games do. Like they basically show you like the basically what they wanted to do with the game, and they had to change some stuff. This game is totally different from what it said it was. They was talking about permadeath. Your character do die, but it takes, I think it said it's like if your character died, I think like 3 times. The last time you died, the last time you died, it's permadeath. Your character will lose your character. Even though you don't get attached to him, so no, don't get attached to these characters. I'll tell you that. I can't say I did get attached to any of these damn characters. I didn't. Like, I didn't get too much story, but some of these damn characters sound like dark and spit. Man. I think they should have did, man. It's just. I don't know. Some games want to go this futuristic route. They basically want to go advanced and all this stuff, the futuristic stuff. It doesn't work for all games. It just don't.
The DedSec resurgence have prompted Parliament to approve the use of lethal force for Albion contractors. CEO Nigel Cass had this to say.
DedSec terrorists will quickly find that Albion, unlike the police force of this city, is battle-tested and proven in the field.
The Prime Minister's office has called this shoot-to-kill mandate a drastic but necessary...
You joined at the right time. Here, your new optic.
Hold your horses, yeah? Joining DedSec is no joke. There's no way I can go back to normal.
Look around. SIRS and Albion have just invented a new normal.
I really get it. And I want to do something about it. I'm just scared to walk away from everything.
I won't lie, we're all making sacrifices. But protecting what you love is always worth it.
Shit. Okay, yeah. I'm ready.
Welcome to the Resistance.
These characters basically don't sound. I mean, they face don't match what when they talk.
Right. Welcome aboard, etc., etc. I'll give you the speech later. Right now, we need you and your big, strong drone friend to get on top of SRS HQ and steal a server. Think you can handle that?
On my way.
He's the most confusing ass. This dude sound like he sound like he's white. He sound like a white dude. There's some black people sound like kind of sound like. Sometimes like.
Do not
ain't just, I don't want to. I'm bashing this game. I'm like, I played all the Watch Dogs. They basically take a travel to London, and they basically feature it. They go all out. I would say all out. Cyber-ish. It's like a blend of. It's like almost getting towards like Total Recall. Almost. Total Recall was like, I wouldn't even say Total Recall. I'd say I can think of a movie that they basically got some ideas from. I don't know.
I'm here.
I'll highlight the server with the AR reconstruction software. It's out of reach, so you'll need to use a heavy cargo drone to steal it.
Can I put my gun away, please? Can I put my gun away? I just want to put my gun away. I don't put my gun. Put the gun away, dummy. You get this thing. This thing has so you still watching the game, basically. Act something. Getting this game, I would say have fun. Have fun. Some stuff that you can't do in the NBA. I mean, some stuff that recently they basically put in the trailer that they hyped it up. Like, you can get this, you can get that. You can customize your character where they basically hyped it up, hyped the trailer up, where you can customize your character. You can actually get your character. It's a little bit messed up. The system they have. Messed up. It's like they basically hyped up a commercial to customize your character, make your character more realistic. But you gotta have money to do that. And no one buying them damn skins they have in this game.
You're good to go. I stashed the server in your ride. It's all yours. Be careful. Don't want that going kaboom.
It might shock you to learn that I know how to drive. Thanks.
Like buying them back ass skins. Some skins are horrible. Shoot, I heard that listening, the original character from Watch Dogs 1 is actually in the game.
CTOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
This will do. Remain in the area until I've downloaded enough data to the server. Download complete. I need a wider sample of data, so I'm pushing you the coordinates to a new location.
That's what I'm talking about.
This is brilliant. Look at this. It's compiling data from the surveillance infrastructure. Nearby CTOS drones, civilian optics, CCTV, and then it assembles those scraps into what happened in this location 24 hours ago. Fantastic.
You basically gotta hit the button more than once to get into a damn vehicle. Hold the button. He wants to hit. You can't hit him. You gotta basically feel a certain. still got that problem fixed. I don't know what the hell is that. What the problem is. Watch Dogs is my game. I love the storyline. I love the storyline from Watch Dogs 1. I love the storyline from Watch Dogs 2. Watch Dogs 1 had the most depressing storyline. The depressing character. The only thing that kept the game alive was the other devil character. All the damn piercings. I forgot his damn name. He had a little jump guard where he's the only one that basically kept the storyline kind of in Watch Dogs 1. And then we had the other character from Watch Dogs 2.
CTOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
Alright, scraping data from optics, CTOS cameras, microphones, laptops. Say, do you reckon SRS uses this to watch people shag? Fucking hell, do they use it for anything but watching people shag?
Bagley, we have uninvited guests.
Well, shit, can you do anything to lose your new friends? Maybe invite them to a pottery night or overshare something personal. Whatever you do, just get to the last location in one piece.
My God. All right.
Transfer complete. I'm missing one last data set. Pushing you the coordinates for location now.
No man, bro. I don't care if that's a royalty type ish. I'm not spanking no dude, bro. I'm like that ruined it for me. Like, he really just spanked me for real, and then basically got like, come on, dude. No. Fantasy was that they were like, you ruined that black character for life. You ruined that black character for life after you did that. I was like, you know what? Any character they make in Watch Dogs and he's black, I pray to God that they don't do that again. Like hacking something that make what's name when I get to him and spank him. What? No. The whole storyline was cool until I basically did the DLC. I was like, what's up with DLC? I checked that DLC. I was like, alright, cool. And then he did that one mission. I was like, what the hell is this? What is this? Matt had fans of pretty much that was Knight Rider. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to show you that. That was fucking that was goddamn kid. That's damn all of the Knight Rider. Fans of the card this talks. That's Knight Rider. Well, that's goddamn.
CTOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
What the hell?
Still being attacked here.
Don't let the drones destroy the server before I'm done. Get out of the lorry and take care of them. Shoot them, throw rocks at them, destroy them psychologically with cyberbullying. Just keep them busy until the transfer's complete.
Check it out.
I'll have a look.
Nothing in the vicinity. Gotta keep looking.
Fighting on this game, so we'll try. I mean, they can fight a little bit, but they fight like it's slow. It's not like
They're around here somewhere.
All right, I've got it. Now, we can't lug around this server forever. We should probably wipe our prints off it anyway.
Go on.
I'll overload the CPUs to cause a power spike and destroy the battery unit. The electromagnetic pulse should destroy both the server and the drones. So, you know, run! Well, that was fun, wasn't it? We pulled them behind, made life a bit harder for the tyrants of the world, and most importantly, I got a new toy to play with. Now, run along back to the safe house. Sabine wants you and your new teammates for a briefing.
So much lighter and so much more convenient. It's great.
Vicky, you sound like you absolutely love the Optic. Do you actually think that it's made our lives any better?
I mean, sure, it's definitely made things a lot easier. It's so simple to call someone now. All you have to do is choose who you want to chat to, and they're there, ready to talk. And browsing the web is so much easier. I remember...
If I did, I would tell you for real. Beeps, I don't know what to say on that.
But when you used to have to sit down at a computer with an actual keyboard and mouse and type everything out. And my favourite feature is public transport. With the Optic, you can just walk straight onto the tube. It even acts as a passport. No longer do I have to dig around and try and find my old paper passport just to travel somewhere. Also, I thought that Optic's marketing strategy, making it free for people, was a stroke of genius.
Genius. Bloom was really calculated when it was doing that. It was pushing this draconian device on us at all. Sure, everybody flocked to it. There was free Wi-Fi and phone plans. That definitely helped, but it wasn't a case of this is a product that you need in your life.
Why do you hate it so much?
It's just the worst because you had to give up your privacy expectations and accept surveillance. It was almost like the government and Bloom didn't even need to make the Optic mandatory. Making it mandatory was only to get the last holdouts across the line. If free data...
I think that's cool. I think that idea is so cool. So basically, if you're on the run and then you go back to a town that you basically was at, it changes. It looks different. You don't look the same. That's cool. I got this like that. This game is going to stay the same for real. It's like GTA is before it be like thinking ahead of them for real. But that I'm gonna watch this cutscene. I'm gonna basically do episode 2 later on. If y'all like it, man, like the video, because I'm really like, I don't know if I'm going to come back and play this game. To tell you the truth, I don't know. They still ain't fixing stuff that I wanted them to fix. And it's basic stuff. It's just basic.
Well done, team. It's good to see the safe house filling up again. The only way we're going to keep London from falling into total oppression is by rebuilding the resistance. We need to recruit, train, build back our arsenal. The people are itching to rise up and take their city back. We just need to show them that DedSec are fighting along with them.
I agree. This city is being picked apart by scavengers and they must be stopped.
You forgetting the mercs goose-stepping in the streets? They've got the city by the balls.
Meanwhile, those Clan Kelly gangster pricks are slurping the meat off the bones of whatever's left.
Fair, but remember that this zero-day hacker group is still out there. They took out DedSec once, and it's a good bet they'll try again. I believe they were responsible for the bombings and framed DedSec. With your help, I plan to get to the bottom of this mystery.
I'd say that's a full docket. Enough talk. Let's unfuck London.
Alright, man. Y'all be safe. I gotta go over stuff. I'll see y'all guys. Like I said, I like this video, man.
I found a lead that may help us unravel more about Zero Day and the bombings we ate shit for. I've picked up an encrypted signal from the Tone conference site that's been broadcasting on a loop since the night of the bombing. Go investigate. You might even get to try out that fancy new AR tech we stole. I mean, creatively shared.